May the winds bring us happiness. May the rivers carry happiness to us. May the plants give us happiness. May night and day yield us happiness. May the dust of the earth bring us happiness. The heavens give sweetness to us. May the trees bring sweetness to us. May the sun pour down happiness upon us. May the animals yield us happiness. Om, sweetness, honey, love. Today our topic is the meaning of life. It is a very pertinent thing to think about. What is the meaning of life? We are alive. We are in life. We are not dead. But what is the meaning of being here? This being born and then going from one level of experience to the other experience, going to school, going to college, going to job, having some relationship, bitterness, sweetness, love, this, and one day gone. What is the meaning? This is a serious question in the heart of all thinking people. From the ancient time, the Upanishads, the sages have deep contemplation on this topic. We are not born just like Jantu. Jantu means animals. Animals born, they eat some grass or food, whatever they get, prey, depend on some prey, and survive some days, have some babies, children, that's gone down. We are not that. That's why Shankaracharya says, Jantunang narajanma durlabha. Among the created animals, animal world, Jantunang narajanma, this human birth, is a durlabha, is very difficult to attain, very auspicious, very meaningful, very purposeful. It has a great value. It means some purpose, brings some purpose. This questioning, what is the meaning of life? And what the Upanishad says, just we read, in one sense, one sentence, if we sum up what is the meaning of life, to attain this happiness. What type of happiness? That happiness will be this in the wind, touching your body, you will feel that happiness. It will reverse, you look at the flowing river, you find that flow of love is going on there. In the plants, in the animals, in the night and day, in the dust of the earth, in the heaven, in the trees, in the sun, and in anything we see, to see that one continuous flow of bliss and peace is covering everywhere. That is the purpose of life. We are not born here to cry and weep and die. But it is normal life. Look at us. Our life is miserable. Even nothing, anxiety, worries, fear. And how we live every day with frustration and expected unhappiness, problems, and that is haunting our life every day. But is this the meaning of life? What is this the purpose of our life? Is this the reason that we are born and die? So this is a very big question. That question leads to the very fundamental point that what we are, who we are. Who are we? And what is our goal? What we try to achieve? And what we accomplish in life. All the accomplishments of life, if we look meticulously, all the accomplishments ultimately appear, it will seem to us that it is not that what I thought about. We want to achieve certain, as a student you want to have a good grade. After getting that grade, what happened? That gave a little momentary joy. Parents will say, ha ha, you did good. Teachers will say something. That's good. Then you get in another school and get good position and study there. That's good. You become a scientist, you become an astronaut, you become scientist in different fields of life. You achieve the highest accomplished position of that life. And then ask, are you happy? Are you satisfied? Meaning of life. This is the meaning of life you want to achieve, or you want something more. So this cry of the inner heart is in everyone's heart. We are all searching for that, what is inexhaustible source of energy and power, inexhaustible joy and blessings, unending. And I can achieve it in this human birth. Not I am limited with this body and mind and this limitation, but I can transcend them. And I can place myself in a state of undying bliss, birth, beginningless, endless, joy. And that joy no one can take away. And that is here now with all of us. To find that reality, to find that truth, is the meaning of life. Otherwise life has no meaning. It is like a living, like a inert material life. Matter is matter. It takes shapes and sizes and deformed into another and another and another. The body comes, body grows, goes to the 6 changes of it. Asti, jayate, bardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, mrityu. 6 changes of the body. Body comes in the womb of mother, it gets birth, and the baby comes in the world, and then it grows. At adult, then reaching certain plight, it starts decaying. We call jara, old age, and then one day disappear. Is this, why this cycle? Why the soul is migrating from one level to the other level in this journey of uselessness? When people die, everyone can ask, are you happy? Did you accomplish everything? Did you reach the meaning of life, the purpose of life? What will be our answer? I got my masters, I got my PhD, I got my appreciation in the office, I got a good raise, I was a CEO, I was a whatever accomplishment, highest accomplished. But I do not know. Where am I going? Why all these things I passed through? Why this journey forced me to go in this flow of life? And where am I now? I am living in voidness, not in fulfillment, not in blissfulness. Those who are attained to blissfulness, their life is meaningful. They say, yes, I have a purposeful life. I lived a life, and I know the meaning of life is to attain this unending bliss, and I have attained that. So we should have to think about that. What is the meaning of? Our whole energy goes on. Energy is the same amount of energy. Ramakrishna gave his total energy in understanding what is the meaning of life, in focusing on that goal, and dedicated his life at the cost of all material attractions, attachments. We exhaust our energy the same way. From our very childhood, we go on playing with one type of doll. Children have some dolls. Now the young children will have tablets or what you call phone. If you don't give phone, that's a cry for the children. Every day you see every child and they take away the phone, bas. And he will find out where is the phone is there. So this is the way, we are smiling at them. But look at us. We have our dolls. We have our choicest things. Someone takes a little bit away from it. Someone tries to touch that, and I am frustrated. I am lost. I feel this, my joy is all gone. So in every level, we have our old toys, and we get engaged in those toys, forgetting the meaning, real purpose of life. Swami Sarvadevananda was one of the Ramakrishna's disciples. He said that this one substance appears as mind and matter, as subject and object. Nor is this a mere theory, but is the absolute truth accepted by the best scientists and thinkers. The monastic scientists, the Vedanta, declare that the source of the phenomenal universe is one, and the one substance is eternal and infinite. To realize this eternal and infinite substance is the highest ideal of life and Vedanta. And what we think, this is the meaning of life. To attain, to realize the eternal and infinite substance, that is the highest ideal, and that ideal is the meaning of life. To attain to that. If it is attained, aho bhaggam, what a great fortune. If it is not, what a loss. We get one lifetime, the years are same, the clicking of the watch clock goes on the same way for everyone. For it happened with Sri Ramakrishna, it happened with all of us. We live longer. Sri Ramakrishna passed away very early, about 50, 51, 52, 51 probably. We are living 80, 70, but still in voidness, in not knowing why I spend my whole life. How did I spend? Why am I not reached this point of absolute blissfulness and fulfill the meaning of life and purpose of life? So the important point is, this is a question for all of us, that this human birth, rare birth, and meaning of life, we have to understand the meaning of life is something more than we think about. Meaning is to reach that immortality. In the mortal body, I am that immortal self. In this world of changing world, there is the unchanging reality. And I am tuned to that consciousness. I am that. That is the meaningfulness, purposefulness. All other accomplishments are necessary in life. We are not saying that it should be discarded. But we should not be satisfied there. And this dissatisfaction comes in everyone's life. Someone who consciously knows this, that every accomplishment, every achievement is still incomplete to give me that experience of that absolute bliss, then that person is called spiritual. He is like a scientist inquiring the life and trying to find out the higher goal, the supreme goal of human birth. That's why Shankara says, Jantunang narajanmo durlava. Thereafter, having a body, and that person will be Vaidika Dharma, Margatha. This what these ancient sages have dealt with this problem. They have given a solution of it. To know that, to search for that purpose, and to find through a scientist. Who is scientist? Scientist is that who tests that what is truth, and the truth is verified and verifiable. The ancient sages are saints. They are the seekers of truth. They found the meaning and purpose of life. And He has given a truth which can be verified and verifiable by all of us. It is not that I am holier than you, and it's for me only exception, or for a few people in the world. No. It is our birthright. Every one of us, we are born to know our inner potential and what inner source of joy. We have limited ourselves to this body and mind and senses. But beyond the body and mind and senses, there is that eternal reality to know. And that is my own property. In this world of duality, we are like beggars, begging door to door for little love, little affection, little joy, little bliss, little peace. As if the world, I'm a beggar and people will give me something else. But I do not know it is me. You tap here in your heart, you find the fountain of infinite bliss. That's why the Upanishad declares, no? Srinnantu Vishve Amritasya Putraha Aje Dhamani Divyani Tastu Vedahametam Purushang Mahantam Adittavarnam Tamasha Parastat Tamevo Viditva Oti Mrityumeti Nana Pantha Vidyate Ayanayo. What a grand declaration of the ancient sages in the Upanishad. Listen, listen, O ye who live in the earth and in heaven, gods and angels. Listen, I have realized the truth. Veda aham etat purusham mahantam. That cosmic consciousness, that ultimate reality, I have known that reality. Veda, I have experienced, not knowing intellectual. Intellectual knowledge is one thing, experiential knowledge is another thing. Here this sage is declaring, I have known it, means I have experienced in every pore of my body. I feel the thrill of that absolute joy. I have known that. And ye are also the same. Amritasya Putra. Ye are not sinners. But you are these children of immortal bliss. What a wonderful blessings to remind us. The ancient sages are telling that we all are the children of immortal bliss. Father's property, who inherits? The children, is it not? If my father is billionaire, who will be child will be beggar. That happens in the material world. Rishis, the sage is just awakening that consciousness. I knew that. You are that immortal bliss, child of it. You have the potential. You can find out this meaning of life in your day-to-day expression. Vedahametam purushang mahantam. I have realized that truth. Adittavarnam, which is the shape of effulgence, self-effulgent. It does not need another light to manifest it. Sun does not need another lamp to see that, oh, there is a sun. That consciousness is self-revealing, self-revealing. Adittavarnam, and that is of the nature of light and effulgence. Tamasya parastat, beyond all darkness, beyond all ignorance, beyond all doubts and confusions. Adittavarnam tamasya parastat. Tameva viditva. Only knowing that reality, only experiencing that reality, tameva viditva, amritattameti. You can attain to that immortality. You can attain and reach the meaning and purpose of life. Nothing short of that can satisfy you. So this is our inheritance. We should have to search for this inheritance. In the material world, how we search for our inheritance. Somebody has, you have a big inheritance, you don't know. If you come to know, then what you do? You become mad to find out. all the papers and go for searching in the bank and searching in all the possible places to find your own inheritance. But in this inheritance, God-gifted inheritance, and it is within us, we have no inclination to know that. We are very busy with other things, but not this. So meaning should be to make some research on yourself, to find it, this matter, material world, this body is a matter, or this behind the body there is the consciousness. And that consciousness is limited, or that is infinite. And that consciousness is bliss, or it is only some awareness. So Vedanta gives this ideal. It can be taught in every way, in Vedanta, not only Vedanta, dualistic Vedanta, qualified non-dualistic Vedanta, and absolute Vedanta. There are Vedanta, different angle to look at the Vedantic truth. But the point is that to search for this truth, people call it God, people call it Atma, or people call it Allah, Christ, whatever name is given, but they are pointing out to that goal, which is the goal of life to achieve. And achieve why I am saying, because I am away from that due to my ignorance. Nothing to achieve. It is not to be achieved. It is yours. Achieving means I am somebody, there is some object separate from me, and by some process and means I will have it. But if it is yours, who will get it? How will you get it? Only to get that reality, only to remove what you are not. This normal example is given, a golden chain is in your neck, and you have forgotten that there is a neck. And one time you find, oh, I am searching for the chain, golden chain, and searching here and there. Don't we do that? And lastly to find that, oh, it is here. Look at the glass, eyeglass. Sometimes it happens, no? And you are searching for eyeglass everywhere. And suddenly you find, oh, it is here. That is the search. And that is ours. It is already ours. Only why I am searching outside? Because I don't know. That is not know means ignorant. I am ignorant that it is here. Ignorance has covered my understanding. That's why I am searching outside. And what is outside? There is no outside. Outside, inside is the one. It is all permeated with one reality. How do you know that? It is our imagination, but it is the experience of the saints and sages. Saints and sages of all religion. Saint Patrick, no? Saint Patrick said, Christ in the front, Christ in the back, Christ on the right, Christ on the left, Christ above, Christ below. He does not see anything but Christ. Vedanta says, Atma adhastat, Atma uparishtat, Atman is below, Atman is above, Atman on the right, Atman on the left, Atman in the front, Atman in the back. It is all permeated one cosmic consciousness. The mother worshippers see Ma Birajen Sarvabhate. Mother resides in the heart of all and in everywhere. And that same reality is here in me, and I am that. So the meaning and purpose should be that first to be born and in having this human body which is so rare to get, with this we have to start. Atman Atma Vivechanam. We have to understand Shankaracharya as a teacher guides us that having this human body, studying this wisdom, knowing from the mouth of the saints and sages, then I am inclined to know who am I, what is the purpose of my life, earning good money, having a good house, having good cars, having a big house, having millions of dollars. They're good, good, good. But is that my meaning of life? To die one day and leave everything behind? What do you take with you? This question should be asked. All this accomplishment, good, 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 very good. People will praise sometime, people will blame sometime. Okay, everything is good. But what you are carrying with you? Why all this fun? Why all this play, like a child's play, all through the life? To end in something which I cannot carry anything. Nothing of this material achievement, accomplishment, how much you try, you cannot take one grain of it with you. So then the purpose will be to understand in this mortal there is immortal. Shimar Majhe Ashim. Rabindranath Tagore said, Shimar Majhe Ashim Tumi Bajao Apon Sur. Oh Lord, you are playing your musical note of the infinite note of music in the limited. Look at the wildflower, little tiny wildflower, this much small. Behind that lurking something attracting our attention, the beauty that is manifesting. Whose beauty? It is the beauty of the flower? Then it should be permanent. It is all something, the underlying truth. That's why Shima means limited, Ashim means unlimited. The play of unlimited is playing through the limited, trying to manifest through these names and forms. Here, we are all the unlimited absolute one, manifesting in different forms and names only. Think of that. What a grand feeling will come. Grand feeling of oneness with the whole universe will generate. So he says, therefore, to find this Vaidika Dharma Marga, what is the ancient spiritual science, to follow that science, that there is one absolute infinite reality behind all these mortal, fleeting objects and objects of the senses. The ocean is the ground, waves and ripples are being formed, destroyed, dissolved. But the ocean never goes away. Our attention does not go to the ocean. We always look at the ripple and wave and foam and bubbles. We are all like that. We are all bubbles, foams, waves. But we don't see the background. To see that background, unending ocean. I am constituted of the same ocean idea, same ocean H2O, water particle, same Satchidananda particle, same God consciousness. But I do not know. The waves do not know it is ocean. Waves will know the ocean when we will die. Death of this so-called pomp and pride of ours in living in this material body and mind, how pompous we are, how pride we are. When that ego, that pride will drop into the cosmic consciousness, then you know, I am the infinite ocean. What am I begging for? Whom am I asking for? I am that. So that's why it is said, Atma, but it starts with this Atma, Anatma Vivechanam, to analyze what is absolute, what is relative, what is permanent, what is impermanent. To find in the impermanent that permanent. That is the purpose of life. This, I see the impermanent body, its growth, its decay, its death, its old age coming. But behind this, that consciousness is trying to manifest. Seeing that consciousness is the goal of life. And to start that, we need to do analysis. A mind should be keen to analyze life itself, the greatest opportunity given to us, and how we are utilizing that energy and power which is given to us as gift. As I said, Ramakrishna also lived a life, Christ also lived a life, Buddha also lived a life, Sri Chaitanya lived a life. The same way they lived, we also lived a life. Our year, minute passes, then hour goes, then day goes, then night comes, then month goes, then year goes, and then one day we go out. But in this time frame, how we are searching for the truth, or we are exhausting ourselves only in the mundane, only in the limited, only in the changing, only in the frustrated existence. So that is the meaning we have to find out by analyzing what is anatma vivechanam. Analyzing what is that Atman, unchanging, blissful, ever peaceful reality in us. And the changing thing is this body, mind, emotion, ego, all are changing. You have to separate out. It is called Satyanite Mithunikrite. Truth and untruth. They have been mingled together. Sand and sugar mixed together. We have to separate out this sand from sugar from the sand. There is a process of doing that. Similarly, in this unchanging reality and the changing more objects of the universe, there is a process how to separate out. Look at everything, how the body is working. Body is working, it is a live body. It is not a dead body. You see, when the consciousness goes away or the prana goes away, a dead body. What is the condition of dead body? How many days we can keep that dead body? We love the body, no? We think, body and mind, this is the person. I love you, I love you. Okay, suppose someone says, I love you, but this body drops. Then how much you will love the body? How many hours? Then you have to take to mortuary. From the mortuary, how they will keep? Deep freeze. And for a longer period, till it is getting to be burned, then they take away all the other things of the body. So what body you are? What you are? This body. But we are so focused on this body and nothing else. That does not mean that we shall ignore the body. But the body is functioning because of consciousness behind. If the consciousness is not there, this is the dead body. And we know, analyze this. What is meaningfulness of life is to find out, we need not have to go to the forest or to be fasting and dying to death. No, analyze. You are mistaking something for the other. This body we are thinking eternally, it will not stay. But the consciousness, something is here inherent. It never dies, it never goes. So that is the reality we have to hold on. And meaningfulness comes there to catch that. And pay attention to that. How I can know I am that. It is a mixture. Here is the mixture of consciousness and the matter. Matter and consciousness. Chit jada gananti. It is called chit is consciousness. Jada is the matter. Matter and consciousness has been jumbled up and make a mixture. It appears that this body itself is living, my hand is moving, my mouth is speaking. It is all conscious. No, it is not conscious. It is a machine. You know, nowadays we don't need to prove it is machine. You go to the doctor. You go to every day go to the hospital and see what is going on there. Their machine fixing one organ or the other organ, is it not? Someone's eye organ is defective, they are taking out the cataract, doing the operation. It is a machine, part of the machine. You can manipulate, you can add, you can adjust, you can correct it. So everything, if you look at that, this is not me. And it is changing every day. Every day it is changing. So this change, when we are young, our body looked different. Now I am here, I look different. So which body you want to think that is my body? Today's body? Or yesterday's body? Or 10 years ago I have a body? Or tomorrow I will have a body? Which body? That's why it is called the changing. And unchanging, there is something behind the body which say I. To find out that I. This vivechanam, this discrimination, this analysis, this discernment should be made mentally. And to catch that which is permanent. Who wants momentary thing? If you are given two simultaneous choice, one is impermanent, one is permanent, what will you like? Our all sensate experiences as momentary. I see something beautiful and I feel that I say, wow. Huh? I have some taste nice food in my tongue. I say, wonderful, wow. But it's for the second, it's momentary. But there is something unchanging. To find out this analysis is the foundation of getting out of this misconception. To find the meaning of life, we must have to have this understanding. And it is theory. It is not a belief system. Come to the point. Most of the religious ideas, what is your belief? What about my belief? That does not mean anything. What is your experience? Tell me. Vedanta gives us the experiential side of life. You cannot deny it. I am not saying something which you cannot relate. I can relate, you can relate. There is this body changing, the mind is changing, our emotions are changing, our understanding is changing, our ego sense is changing. But there is something which is I, that there is some big I which is behind you all the time, from childhood till now you say I. He is not connected with all these things, nothing. As if I is standing there, he is observing. I was a 5 years old boy or girl, I did this and I was this time, I was happy, I was unhappy, I went to university, I did this and I accomplished this and that. As if someone is there behind, that's the unchanging reality, not changing. But all the phenomena of life is coming and going and coming. These are all changes. We have to sit together and think day and night that what is this? This meaning of life is to find what is really unchanging, never becoming an matter. Matter changes all the time. Matter can be manipulated. Matter has a beginning. Matter can be ending. It's a composite structure which is associated with many items. It can disintegrate. Which is integrated, it can be disintegrated. But that I which is behind us is unchanging. And to know that. That's the Vedantic way of saying, do Atma, Anatma, Vivechanam. So, to analyze this, what is the Atman? What is the Anatma? Anatma means temporary, changing. And so, Anubhava. Now you experience that I am. I am what? I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not this building. I am not this money. I identify with many things, but these are all false identification. I am identifying with it, and then withdrawing that identification, and again identifying with another. Is it not? Our life is going on with identification only. Change of our identification. We were in the kids, we are identified with the mommy. And when you grow up, the mommy remains mom, dad remains them. We have our own life. And then you go on, mom, dad passes away, then I get again clinging to something else. This always attaching to something else, but not what is within. That's the major problem, is that what we are not focusing there at all. Therefore, you have to experience. First analyze, deeply analyze, feel. It is not faith, it is not belief, it is an experience. And with that experience, stand on which is unchanging reality, and then get into it and dive deep into yourself. You experience yourself, not outside, in your own heart. So Anubhava. It is your own experience. It is not that someone is telling and you are believing it and you will see it. You yourself is that consciousness. You cannot deny that awareness. So knowing that, this is called mukti, that is called liberation. This is the meaning of life. Liberation from all ignorance. Liberation from all bondage. Liberation from death. Liberation from suffering, pain. And liberation from joy also. People think, okay, this is bad, I will go to heaven. What is heaven? What is charm in heaven? Charm is heaven because here it is changing fast, there it does not change so fast. There is joy, lingering joy, bigger joy, but that has an end. You go to heaven, heaven is not eternal. Heaven is achieved because of your good karma. Or hell is achieved, Hinduism, not Christianity, because eternal hell, eternal heaven, Vedanta does not talk about that. There is no eternal, heaven cannot be eternal, hell cannot be eternal. Vedanta says. Why? Because I did something good karma, I cannot enjoy millions of years only fun. How can you do? You spend $10 and you will get worth of $1 billion asset. Is it possible? Mathematically it is not possible. Or you have done something wrong, one little wrong thing, and you are eternally hell. My God, all the life I will be hell. Vedanta says, no hell, no heaven. You are the divine. So that is the point. So to reach that point, called mukti, freedom. Freedom from bad thing to good thing. First, bad to good, and then good to eternal. Two-step journey. That's why Vedanta renounces heaven also. He does not care, I don't care for heaven. I don't care for because heaven is also achieved by certain action, karma, good thought. I am a pious man, I am a charitable person, I did something good, so I am enjoying the heaven. Okay? But that cannot be eternal. So, to get beyond the two steps of existence in our life, suffering, to conquer suffering, and then we get joy. Conquer joy also. Then what remains? You are that. You are seeking for joy, you are that joy. Seeking means you are something little, you will be fulfilled by getting that. But when you know that you are that the drop, the ocean, and the drop, when the drop merges into the ocean, what to seek for? You are the ocean. What will be your name then? That's the destruction of the small ego, petty ego in which we live only. And that ego identifies us with the body and mind and all these little achievements and accomplishments and failures and frustrations. And that will end into that merging into that oneness. So that is called the muktihi, and that is the identification, Brahma Atmana Sangasthiti. That is called establishing ourselves in the Brahman consciousness. Brahman is a Sanskrit word, it means brihat. Brihat means the grand, greatest. Greatest cannot be too greatest. Infinite cannot be too infinite. That is not infinite. Absolute may not be too absolute. Then it is not absolute. We use the language, but this is a language is we need in being that is the achievement and that identification, the little drop of water, thinking I am separate from the infinite ocean. So I may say, think of the fate of, just imagine, let us imagine ourselves, I am a drop of water. How fearful. The drop of water may be blown away somewhere, it may be dried like that, it may be vapor, it may be non-existing, and yet trying to survive, protect. But can that water drop lose its H2O characteristic? It will be there. And when it merges into the ocean, what happens? Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. You add that, you add H2O, you mix with the H2O itself. It is all water, it is all ocean of bliss and joy. So that is called the Brahman. Atman means this limited soul. Brahman is the cosmic soul. When it merges there by meditation. We meditate means what? We meditate our higher self. We meditate on the infinite nature of ours by symbolizing it with some form of divine form like Christ, Buddha, Rama, Krishna. People meditate on them. By meditating on them and merging that little identity, forgetting about the outward universe of limitation, of suffering and pleasure and pain, and then diving deep into the inner consciousness and then becoming one. When you establish yourself in that oneness, that is called the mukti, that is called the freedom, that is called going beyond all suffering and joy, both. Becoming Ananda, 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 Ananda. You are only bliss and bliss absolute and nothing else than bliss. So this is the goal of life and we are all moving towards that goal. Some are moving consciously, some are unconsciously. Majority of the people are moving towards this reality unconsciously as the life takes us. How? We move in our life and when we don't question all this. What is the meaning of life? Why am I here? It's not necessary. When in heydays we are eating, sleeping, dancing, singing, we don't need God. We don't need to understand what is this. But disease comes. Suddenly I face death. Then, what is this? Now you have to handle alone. All your all the friends, they will all leave. You have to handle the same problem yourself or myself. This is everyone's life, it will come. And when that blow comes, then we awaken. Hey, what is the meaning of life? Why I was here? Why I am suffering? Why this fun? Why this joy? So this question then arises. So that is the awakening condition. And that awakening condition, we then try to go to holy people, to holy temple, to holy churches, to holy state of reading of bhajan, singing, prayer. We go for all those things. Oh Lord. Then we feel there is something beyond and I am separated from that. And being separated, I am feeling so much lost in my life. No? And the way I am searching that meaningfulness of life is a wrong search. Then we turn back and come back here to find what is within us. That is the turning from this world to this world. Kathopanishad says, the God when created, He created all the senses outside. Paranchi, Khani, Bhatrinat, Sayambhu. Sayambhu means the Lord had created this universe and me with my all senses outside. Eyes can see only outside thing. Ear can hear only outside thing. Nose can have only fragrance, outside fragrance. Tongue can have the taste. Skin can have the touch. All senses only can grab outside things. No antaratman. But it has no capacity to see what is within me. Within me is the fountain of joy. It has no power to grab that. Therefore, what is kaschidhira? Therefore, some intelligent people analyzing the life this way, searching to find the joy and bliss absolute outside, and getting blows and knocks, awaken and turn inward, no? And then focus who is within here, all the time here. The necklace is here itself, and we are searching outside. And then search goes on till you touch it, till you feel it, till you identify with it. It's me, it's mine. And then you become a Brahmagyani, you are a near realized soul, you become a saint. Every religion has produced saint of extraordinary character. Look at everyone's saint's life. They have turned from this way to this way. Trying to find only joy, permanent joy. Joy is there in the world, no doubt. There is fun in the world, no doubt. But it's so little. And the price tag is so high. One drop of joy, you want to get it, you have to give a huge amount of sacrifice and time and energy. But here is that infinite joy. Pay the same attention, see what happens. Purposeful life will be meaningful life. Is that to feel that it is here? Swami Vivekananda's beautiful poem I refer many times. You can find in the bookstore there is a book, In Search of God. Very small, tiny poems of Swami Vivekananda. There he says, in hill and dell, in mountain cave, I was searching for thee, O Lord. In all temples, churches, I went to different holy people and all the places of pilgrimage. I went everywhere. I'm verbatimly using my language. The spirit is that. But I went everywhere and I found nothing. And ultimately, I was frustrated. I lay down on the bank of Ganga and did austerity and practices. And one day I found that there is sound came, and I heard a sound, and I heard the voice, me seem a sound coming in, and then I find, oh Lord, you are here? Here, all the time here? And I am searching thee in all the places around? Then that day changed my whole vision. Then that day I started finding in hill and dell, in mountain cave, everyone is God, God. It is, oh my beloved, you are everywhere. Here, everywhere, outside and inside. That is the meaningfulness of life. That is the guideline what Upanishads give us, all the saintly people give us. So let us strive for finding this meaning of life, not to spend a meaningless life of frustration at the end of death point or in the point of trouble to cry and weep, rather to find some meaningfulness in life, to search that unchangeable, what you call God, unchanging joy, absolute joy, blissful joy in this limited lifespan, and also to his limited body and mind, to see that infinite reality within and to outside, or same God here, same God outside. That is the meaningfulness. You don't need anything. After achieving which, Jang Labdhva, Narada, in the sage, great sage of Bhakti school, he said, Jang Labdhva na anna kinchidapi chintayat. Attaining which, you don't think of anything higher than that. Attaining to that state of mind, you feel there is no world, nothing to be expected, and you are saturated in your own blissful thought, and you will be matto bhavati. People drink to become intoxicated. You will be intoxicated in your own spiritual joy. Matto bhavati. Sometimes you will be stabdho. It will be just like a statue, absorbed in your own bliss. Matto bhavati stabdho bhavati. Atma ramo bhavati. You will be totally so much blissful inside that the whole world becomes meaningless for you. So that achievement is possible, and to reach that is the goal of life, and that is called the meaningfulness of life. Thank you.